Hi there. I'm pretty sure I'm live, so I'm just gonna, wait 2 seconds. I'm trying to make sure that everything's working. From the looks of it, it is working. So, hi, hello everyone. So I'm gonna lower the volume of my phone to start with before and you don't want to know what I did. But wait, just give me take off the notifications, and I think we're fine. So let me just double check. Yes. Okay, so I see myself, I'm live, I'm checking YouTube, I'm live on YouTube, so we're fine. So hello everyone. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are doing fine. Uh yeah, okay. So I'm just reading like there's a lot of comments on like not on you guys, like on Zoom, because I just like we use Zoom for this. There's some updates and I almost screwed it up. So I'm gonna close that before I keep reading it and it's gonna drive me insane. So hello everyone. In case you don't know who I am, I'm Natalie D'Souza. I'm part of the video design team for Pinkford Studio, and I'm gonna be your host today. Hello everyone. I think Heather is gonna be helping us for today as the moderator. So we're going to give it a little bit of time until she logs in. But please let us know where you're watching from. I know that it could be hard to watch you live. It's not the greatest time if, for some of you are working. So it is lunch. For some of you, it's like early in the morning. For some of you, it's late at night. So let us know where you're watching from. And if you're watching on replay, let us know it's a replay and also that you know where you're watching from. I am coming to you from Toronto, Canada. And it's been really dark and gray lately here. Like the sun hasn't shown, which is great when you're taking pictures. Like, no one is great, but when it's like cloudy. Otherwise, it's like, you know. And today's program, before we go any further, um, it's brought to you by the sponsor of Tylenol and Dayquil, because I am battling a really bad cold. So, yes, those are the sponsors for the day today, and water, which is on the side here, just in case. So if you see me go loopy, it's because I'm like, double drug for the moment. Okay? And not in a bad way, just to be functional. Okay? So no, I am not using the new release. So we're gonna touch like a little bit of housekeeping before we go, before I flip the camera. There's a lot to do. So today we are going to talk about a few things before, like I said, we flip the camera. One thing is make sure you check the sale. The last day for the sale is today. Tomorrow we have a new sale. And I believe it's some flowers or some sentiments. Don't quote me because I did not check that. I was busy prepping for the live. But one thing, the second thing you have to look is we just had a release. Well, no, but Paper Studio just had a release, the January release for the crafts, like for the stamps and dies and all the stuff, and it's beautiful, like beautiful. I don't have any of it either, so sorry. And then there's the new collections that are being revealed. All the new collections, there's three. You've seen two. There's three come in Spanish and in English. So that's another thing. And then the last thing I'm going to say before I flip the camera is that don't forget to check the Connect and Create event. If you're joining us in English, yay. If you're joining us in Spanish, double yay. I'm going to switch. I'm going to transform into my Spanish persona right now. So you just, give you a little bit of information. So for my Spanish speaking people, para todos los que hablan español, hola, soy Nathalie D'Souza, soy parte del equipo de diseño de Pinkford Studio y solamente quería anunciarles o recordarles que si ustedes van a ser parte del Connect and Create event, el evento de Pinkford Studio, que es todo acerca de scrapbook, tienen que registrarse en el blog, en Pinkford Studio. Y las colecciones que vamos a usar son las que están siendo reveladas ahorita, son totalmente en español, así que por favor chequen y si tienen tiempo también vayan y comenten en el blog porque pueden ganarse las colecciones antes de que salga su kit. So, going back to English. So, hello everyone again. I know I can transform really quickly, and then the worst thing is that my brain is already thinking Spanish and English. Did I say it properly? So, yeah, there's a big, yes, yeah, the struggle is real, guys. So I'm gonna flip the camera and I'm gonna talk to you what we're gonna create. I'm gonna show you the pictures and I'm gonna show you the idea. It is gonna take us a lot of time. So I'm gonna tell you that it is going to, I did a lot of prep. I am gonna show you everything, but it's gonna take us like pretty much the entire time, okay? And the other thing is, like I said, remember, being sponsored by Tylenol and Dayquil. So give me 1 second. It takes one button for me, okay? I just need to move stuff around here. Okay, perfect. So see, I clean up my desk. Let me move the mouse out of the way. And I'm gonna show you what I have a lot of things on my desk. That's why I had to, not on my desk, on my table. That's what I had to clean up. So the inspiration today are these 3 pictures, and it's a series. That's my uncle. I call him dad because he brought me up as, my dad was not in the picture. My uncle is everything, so I call him dad. So, and that's one of my cousin daughters, my goddaughter, the littlest one. So I have the pictures here. This was the inspiration for this layout. So I thought, we are in February. We're thinking about love and all the things, like, all the things lovely. And this is like a really beachy feel because it is at a beach in Ecuador. So I'm like, okay, let's bring sunshine on your mind because, it has those tropical feels, like really fresh. And then we're going to create hearts. So I'm going to take my pictures, I'm going to set them aside, and I'm going to start by creating some stuff. So you're going to see everything that I'm using is listed in the description of the video. So you just have to go in the description of the video, you're going to find it. Everything that I'm using is available in the shop. So let me move this chair, let me tie my hair because we're going to get busy. My hair is big, my hair is long. And, I was supposed to go get a haircut, but like I said, guys, my son got a little bit of a cold, and who has to take care of each child? Well, he's older, but it's the fact that we are so close by. I caught it too, so it is not. It hasn't been good. To me, it's not about like being like what would be the word? My son had the cough and like a little bit of like a runny nose. I don't have that. I just have a terrible body ache. So it is like like I said, Tylenol is my best friend. So what we're going to use today, and one of the reasons why I want to use this is because it creates beautiful flowers. Okay, so we're going to use Sunshine on My Mind. I'm using the collection, and I'm also going to use the stamp set, the stencil, and the die. I stamped my images already ahead of time. Like I said, prep was very important today. I use detail black ink for it. Okay, so they're already stamped. But we are going to color one set. I've already colored some of it here. And I'm going to tell you that I used like a lot of tropical colors. I went with pink. I went with a little bit of fuchsia. I went with oranges, a little bit of peach. So I wanted something that was going to make the blue of my uncle pop out. So you're going to see that a lot of this is going to make it like, I went with a little bit of color theory for that. So we're going to create one. And for my friends that love yellow, and you guys know that I'm not a friend of yellow. It's not that I hate it. I just not. But we are going to do yellow. So Esther, if you're here, I know you love yellow. This is for you. So we're going to start with the stencil. This is stencil number 1, and is the one that creates the flowers. I have my colors here. I have my inks. It's let you see use. I'm trying to read. Remember that it's hard for me to look at all the comments. That's why Heather is here. She's a godsend. So she's going to and there's any questions, let me know. I'm going to try my best to read the comments and work along. From Gloomy Richmond here. Okay, see, Diane, sorry, Jackson is in my area of the world. She's in Richmond Hill, which is like close to where I live. I'm like really close to the airport here in Toronto. And it's been really dark and gloomy here in Toronto. The weather, though, I have to tell you, it hasn't snowed, like not enough to say, oh my God, we have a lot of snow. No, it has been like, the word I'm going to use is going to sound funny, but it's going to be like kind of dirty, like in a way that it's like, how do I put it? I'm going to pull out some inks. It's like rainy, it's like muddy, it like snows a little bit, but it's the wet snow kind of situation. So it kind of like goes mucky right away. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so I'm just pulling out my ink blending brushes. I'm gonna pull the 1/2 inch, and I just realized that I didn't list this in the description, but we're gonna use them. It just hit me right now. So I'm going to start with lemon whip for this. Like I said, my yellow loving people, because we have quite a few. This is for you guys. Okay. So all I'm going to do is just, I'm using the stencil from the collection and I'm going lightly. I don't want to go add a lot of color. I want a hint of it because the picture already has a lot of color. So I don't want an explosion of color on the page, but I do want something that is, like I said, the reason why I'm going with pinks and yellows and like peaches and like corals is because it brings that like kind of tropical feel, first of all, and it makes the blue that I have working on the background pop. Okay, so this is lemon whip and it's super simple. Just, I'm going to just literally on a circular motion, I'm tapping my ink brush, or you can go on a circular motion on your ink pad and then go on a circular motion on top of the stencil. And the ink is going to be deposited in the empty areas or the empty spaces of your stencil, thus coloring your stencil. So there you go. See, I see all my friends like flashing like yellow hearts. Like I said, guys, this is for you. And I am actually going to use them in my project. So it's not like I'm just making them just to make you happy. I do have a plan. I have an idea, you know, doesn't mean that I'm going to pivot and probably change it, but I'm going to walk you through everything. So we have yellow. I have my little container here with all my inks. And organization is key for me. So I'm going to set this. I'll clean it after. Toss it to the side for now. So stencil number 2, the one here is the one that's going to give you the leaves. For that, I actually used all the shades in like fresh pear. I'm going to use grassy knoll because I think it's going to put key lime and I'm going to put olive. Okay, so let me move this. I'm going to start with grassy knoll. So let me just put my green ink blending brush, which I have it right here. And I should have brought my sticky mat so like, I don't have to hold it. But once you see what I've been doing, you guys are going to like say, oh, okay. And like I said, not feeling the greatest, but we're going to get through it. At the end, when you're sick, when a mom is sick, like you really don't have a day off when you're a mom. Like I'm sorry to say it, like, my husband is like I told my daughter yesterday, I don't feel good. I just like, my body's aching. I'm very tired. I know that, like, I know I'm sick. Like, I know my body just, she goes, go take a nap. I'm like, I have to cook? I have to like clean? I have to like, deadlines? I have a few contracts to finish. She's like, well, go take a nap. I'm like, you don't get it. Well, I go, you just don't get it. You don't have a day off. What is the case you're getting your inks from? My kits or my inks? Oh, my inks. This is the Paintbrush Studio mini ink cube container. I should have linked it in the description. I will add it after, but it's available I think it's available in the shop. You think like there's some things that you take for granted when you're making the list of like the things that I'm using. I'm like, oh, well, brushes, you know, brushes like, are there, but like in reality, I'm using them. I should have linked them. Like I said, it just dawned on me when I was like, oh, I forgot to, and I forgot the case, but I'll add it after. Don't worry about it. Sometimes I add like, stuff to my description that I think I'm going to use and then I don't end up using it. So I take it out. Remember, we have plans, but until we don't go live and actually start seeing our projects getting built, sometimes we have to like pivot or have to like, add things that we don't end up using. So stencil 2 gave me the leaves. Okay. We're going to go to stencil number 3. And this one is the one that's going to add details to the flowers. So I'm going to go with a little bit of sunshine for that. Line it. There you go. Super simple. And these take no time. This is like very, what is the word? Therapeutic. Like, it's just like fun to like play with inks and like ink blend and you just see the flowers come alive. This is like the easy part. Like, especially when you're mass producing cars or like embellishments, just sit down, get damp backgrounds and just like use your inks. It's fun. So there we go. So number 3, you don't even have a plan before you start. trust me, today was another day that I was going, what am I going to do? It wasn't yesterday I had the idea. And like I said, it's like, I couldn't stay up. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. And I woke up thinking, oh, I have to get this, again, like I said, oh, let's go back, Natalie. I forgot to close my container. There we go. I went to bed a little bit early so I could sleep. But then I woke up and remembered that I had to do laundry because we're moms, we know that. It's my day for laundry. I need to do the centers of this. So I'm gonna use a little bit of a peach fuzz for that. I want it to be a little bit different. So let me close this. There we go. To secure it. So I went I went to bed and I said, oh, I know what I'm doing. But I underestimated the time that it's gonna take to do all the things that I want to do. So while I was doing laundry, I was running up because we live in an apartment. So we have like a laundry room, which is, if you ever experienced a laundry room, is a godsend because you can do all your laundry in one single shot. So I had like 5 loads of laundry, all at once. So in like an hour and a half, everything's done. But I had to log it and stuff like that. I came up and I was like, okay, Tylenol, where are you? I need you, you know. So and then I was like, okay. Before I came live, I'm like, just in case, because I feel like I'm gonna take a day quill. I don't want to fall asleep while I'm talking. So there you go. That's been my day. So we're gonna go with a little bit of key lime. So then I was working. There were ink bundle for the new inks and okay, Heather's there. So sorry, I'm trying to read your comments and work on this. So I'm just gonna keep working on adding color here. And have you guys been checking the new collections? Like they're so pretty. They are so pretty. We had like a couple of weeks ago before we start like the design team term. Usually we have like a conference call, all the designers, and Heather and Leah were there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the new collections. We have seen them, and here they are." And like all this, Eva Pizarro, um, and then Kathleen, who just released, she inspired one of the collection. We started laughing because we're like, well, we've seen them already, and we're like, because we've been working on the translation from English to Spanish of the collection. I grew up in Ecuador until I was my first year of university. We lived in Ecuador and then we migrated to Canada. So, but I've been in Canada for over 30 years probably. So I graduated very young from high school, just in case. In case you don't know, you can age me, that's fine. I have no shame on telling you I'm 48 years old. So I graduated very young from high school. I was barely 16 when I graduated high school. I can't say no more than that. School was very boring for me when I was a kid. I love school. Okay. So it's all done. Okay, so we have our yellow ready here. And so, Kinari said, can you guys help us, going back to the story, can you help us translate that? So we spent a few weeks translating, passing ideas to and from between Eva, Kathleen, and I, just seeing that everything was written properly, making sure that sentences make sense. Because sometimes things that you say in English are different than what you said in Spanish. So by the time, we had this chat in the group, and they're like, oh, we're very excited about the collections. We started laughing because we had seen them all. We don't have them yet. They are en route. But like I said before, if you're doing create and connect, either in English or in Spanish, those are the collections you're going to be using. The entire collection you will get, plus a few other things. And I know that because I'm using some of the few other things. Okay? So here we go. I have my die cutting machine ready and everything. So the beauty of this is that the die cuts all the flowers at once. Let me see. The large, I believe so. In Nathalie's collection, yeah, they're dark teal. There we go. So we have it here. Okay, so I'm gonna just set it aside because we're gonna need it again. Okay, so if my table is shook, I'm sorry. Take this out. You see all in one, so it makes it super easy to cut them. So I have all my flowers here, and that's gonna be part of the embellishment. Okay, so let me just clean it up because it's gonna drive me insane if I don't. Let me put this away. Where did I have it? I have it here. So my flowers are done. Let me put the die here and I clean up, and I have more flowers too in case you're wondering. Whenever I create something, I create multiples and then I save them just in case. So I'm gonna pull them out and add them to my container too. And I didn't realize that I had so many, but it's there. Okay, you're gonna see I have lots of flowers here. Yeah, and I use pretty much the same colors. So pleasant surprise. Okay, so now let me put this aside. Okay, step one. Step two, move this picture. Now, like I said, we're talking about love and want to celebrate all those things, like, that are lovely. So for that, I am going to use this. And you're going to see that I have it all taped up, and it's for a reason. I'm using the Nested Arches die set. This one is the one that matches the around the shapes arches coordinated stamp, and also the Nested Arches hard foil set. So I have it all taped up because I pre-cut some stuff, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of the paper, and then once I have it cut, I'm gonna come back and show you what we're gonna do. So just, again, like I said, I'm playing with colors that are actually gonna make everything pop on my layout. And I thought that bringing some blue for the background will be a great idea. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. And what I'm looking for is creating the frame. I'm not worried about the oval, like the arches. I want to create the frame. And that's why I'm like, taped it, because pretty much the ones that have created on the side have the same, like, distance. It's going to be ish. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, so I'm good with ish. If you have a problem with that, then you're going to do like, if you want to like to be exact, trust me, I feel you, because my brain works the same way. But for this one, once you see how many I have cut, you will understand. Okay, so I had to rig it with a lot of mint tape for that, because I don't know where my post-it tape went to. And it's a good thing. So give me 1 second, because I'm cutting this. And I almost lost the die cutting machine on the back. So here we go. There we go. And this paper here is actually from tourist mode. I forgot to list that, because when I was die cutting today in the morning, these pieces, I was like, I need something a little bit like more tropical in the blue. Sorry for the noise. So I went looking in my Pinterest studio box for like a blue color, and I found this. Okay, so I have it, and I'll list it after too. I'm just going to take out all the rigged pieces here. You're gonna see there's a lot of tape. And I'll clean the tape after, so I'm not stressed over that. So here we go. And if you I might not even take the tape, because it's giving me like the thing that it will save me 2 minutes of work for the next one. Let's put this away. And once you see how much I die cut it, you're gonna be like, oh, good Lord. Okay? And this is nothing. Wait. So I had to make sure that I cut 2 of each one of like passes. You're gonna see I have 2 of these. I have 2 of this here. And I have 2 of this. Let me show the centers. And I have two. This paper here is from Sunshine on My Mind, from the 12 by 12 paper pad, which I listed. So I'm just gonna put it in the way. And I had to cut them all together because, like I said, I rigged my, see, I'm like, what happened here? They're not, I rigged my dies like you saw, so they cut like, all at once. But once you see what I'm gonna do, you're gonna have an idea. And this one here is from Sunshine on My Mind by the 6 by 6. Okay, so I have all my papers here. I also cut two of this out of white cardstock. This is 100-pound Hammermill color cover. Heather helped me on this, but it's the one that we use for foiling. So, okay, so I've gone ahead and cut them because I want to create. So don't look, because I did a little bit of work. I want to turn them into hearts, and I'm going to show you how I did that, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to clean them up here. So the way I'm going to push this to the side. Once we have all the pieces together, then we'll go into the design of the paint, which might be simple. Okay, so you're gonna need some glue, and you're gonna need an X-Acto knife, or whatever you want to call it. In my case, a box cut, or a pair of scissors, whatever you have handy. Okay, so you're gonna get two matching, what's his name? Arch frames. And the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna cross them. You're gonna put them at a 90-degree angle. That already gives you a heart. Okay, that already gives you a heart. But I want this to be a little bit more open. So what you're going to do is literally just like kind of slide it a bit, making sure that the bottom stays like corner to corner. You see, I open it up a little bit more. I'm going to use this as like kind of my measure. And then get your glue. You're going to need liquid glue for this. Hold it there in place. And you're going to hold it. Leave it there. You're going to set it aside to dry. So let's try again. Get the two arches, 90 degrees. So you already have a heart with a square in the middle. And then you're going to literally just push your finger here and then open them up. Okay? So you get like I say, see, I told you, I have a lot of green tape that it's everywhere. It's everywhere. If you see my floor, I'm stepping on it. It's going to be so hard to sweep it after, guys, because, I created some before, so I want to make sure that the same size. They don't have to be, but I still not so sure if I'm going to use all of them. If not, I want to make sure that I could back them together. So, okay, once you slide them, they're in place. See, put here, pink-ish, which is my favorite measurement. A little bit of glue. Oh, come on, Nathalie. Okay, so corner to corner. Okay, you're gonna see that my little mat's a little bit there. It's full of glue because it's had like a lot of work lately. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna put it there. We're gonna set these ones to dry, and we're gonna work on this. So I have, like I said, quite a few. I cut 2 sets. Okay. Now we're gonna need your X-Acto knife. Yeah. Literally, you're gonna cut. You can use a pair of scissors for this too if you want. So you're gonna take the inside, like of your heart. Just leave, like the outer outline. So here we go. And here's where it gets like tricky. So we're going to go. I'm just gonna go here a little bit. It's not gonna be perfect. So, if you, like I said again, if you are like me when I'm like nobody's watching, yeah, so that's just garbage. Okay. And then just be careful when you take this out because you want to make sure that you have your heart shape. Let me move this out of the way so you don't see that. I'm gonna flip it to the other side. It makes it easier for me to do. Okay. Garbage. I have a little container for the garbage up here. Let me bring this here. It's gonna drive me insane. I'm just gonna clean up my edges here a bit. Okay. And of course, we're gonna decorate this with pattern paper, so that's what I'm not too worried about this. But because it's driving me insane, this little tip here, I'm gonna just put it. So hearts are out of the way. Let's keep working on this. Again, it might be better for you to flip it this way. Let's go like this and like this. And you already have your heart up there. And then just go like this. And you just gotta play around with your heart. Okay, so like with your hearts. Let's cut this part here. Whatever works for you. Just want to create the shape. And don't worry about the white cardstock. When we get to the pattern paper, that's when we're gonna have to be a little bit more creative. Okay, so this is just the basic. Yeah, so we have to, like I said, I might not use all of them, so don't, but like I said, I had them like my little contraption rigged, so I had to just all taped up, so I had to cut it. And you need two for each one of your hearts, just, if you're wondering. Let's see. Over here. And put it over here, and I'll clean the edges in 2 seconds. Okay. Let's clean up this edge here. Okay, so you see how my heart is taking shape right there? See? And it's always about creating the elements and then put everything together. So it may take you some time to create this, but once you have this, the rest of the layout is going to be, not I'm going to say simple, but it's going to be fun to put together. So there we go. If you can do it with scissors, go at it. I'm just I love my blades, and the sad part is that you would think that I use an X-Acto knife. I'm not good with X-Acto knives. I'm good with this, like regular, box cutters, literally. And I'm gonna tell you something. My husband, obviously, he owns like a fried business, so that means we move people for a living. That's what he does for a living. He moves people outside of all over the world. So usually when I go whenever I go to Home Depot, which is very, very, very rare because I'm not that type of handy, um, and I see box cutters, I buy them because I know I'm gonna use them. And then they keep disappearing on me. So I'm like, oh, why? Like, why? And it's because my husband takes them. So last time I went to the Christmas time, we went to Home Depot after we had our apartment flooded. I bought a whole bunch of them, and then I put them in the same place that I knew that I could keep an eye on them. I bought 6 of them, I left 1. Okay. And I haven't used them. I have the same one, the old one. Yeah. It just tells you that my husband, uses my crafty supplies. So there we go. Okay. I'm going to use a combination of scissors and to cut this up. We're almost done with this part. And then it's going to be all about covering them with pattern paper. Okay, so there you go. I have my heart. Okay. 2 of the big ones. I still have to clean up some of the edges here. It's going to drive me insane, those little tips. 2 of the middle one, but 2 of the small ones, and 2. You see that little opening of the arches, instead of having them 90 degrees, just kind of slide them a little bit, gives you a better heart shape. So I have them here. Let me put this away. Okay, so we're gonna put them here on the side. And now it's a matter of deciding pattern paper. Okay, because I do want to cover them, but before that, we're gonna actually set up the page so we know. So obviously, because I still have to do more things to this, so don't worry. I'm gonna go with something that is non-white for the background. Okay. I was thinking maybe I can use this. And I kind of like it. That's the one choice. But I thought that this paper might be better. It's it has a pattern, but it's kind of a neutral. It's kind of a tone on tone, so it doesn't read as busy. So I think it's actually a little bit better. Okay, so I'm thinking that I want to put my hearts here. I was thinking maybe like little clusters, but then let's just play with the idea before I button. Okay, so separate them from now. And I do want to have like a row. Before I created something similar, I went with like a vertical design. I want to go horizontal for this. So I know that this one, I'm going to like use the two of them. I'm going to black them like this. And I want to use this kind of like this. Let's see. The small ones. The small one too, I think I'm going to just like, kind of bundle them together somehow. Let me see. A little bit lower this. Let's lower it here. Where are my pictures? I don't want to lose the hearts on the back. So I know that I want my photos in a row. I gotta make sure that I'm smart. So I might be actually looking at something like this. Okay. And I want to get the other one. Let me just move this one here. Move this one out of the way. So you have the large one here. I want to keep it very like, kind of cluster here in the center. This one is going to sit right up here. And this one is going to go kind of like that. Okay. So again, like I said, this is like a bit of a sequence. So it's just a matter of, and then I want to put the three of them. So just a matter of playing with the hearts to make sure that, you can read them. Some of it's going to be covered. It doesn't bug me, but I like it. So I think I need 3 hearts. I don't think more than 3. Or you can get like smaller ones and just go in a row, whatever. But you see that? I like that. So still cut 2. You're going to have some leftover, and that's okay. That's it. You see it in a project coming soon. Okay, so we're good. We're going to now find the color. So because I cut 3 of them, I am going to use, let's see which ones we choose. And I try to find something that had a lot of like, what is the word? Like more of a solid look. That's when I went with the 6x6 paper pad. I think I want to do this because the photos are here. I'm going to use the paper for tourist mode for this. I know where this is going to sit. Not done here. I'm going to do this here. Just, okay, for now, we're just going to set it up like that. This one is the small one. This one will be safe for later. I think I want to go with this peachy tone here. And we're going to set the pictures back again on top of that. So you're going to see, like I said, it's not perfect. I ished the stuff here. And for the center one, I'm going to go with, or I might switch this one again. I'm going to do a little bit of a trial. So we're auditioning the arches right now. So here we go. Okay. I think I'm going to have to switch to spin one. See, I think I need to switch this pink one here. So we're going to go back into this. So this, I like that much better. Okay. So here we go. It's gonna, and now I have like arches to like, do another layer. So I'm just gonna set that aside for now. Okay. So now take my photos and we're gonna back the arches with pattern paper. So here's where you have to be careful. Okay. So let me move this out of the way. Okay. So we're going to, again, like I said, not a perfect science. First of all, we're going to, I would try to glue them together, but I'm not, because they're not like, even though I try my best, they are not the same size. So I'm just going to use one. Okay. Again, more hearts for my, okay. So let's go with it. I have the big one. So I'm going to get it here, which is, I'm just going to take a little bit of, you're going to need a pencil. And you're going to do the cut like this. Just want to show like a cleaner image, okay? Scissors. Okay, this and glue. So now you see what I spend my morning doing besides laundry. Die cutting and, getting ready for today. And this we're going to put here. That's going to create the first half of the heart. And the other one, same thing. Place it. Use a pencil. Okay. I'm just going to trim this here and here. Garbage, I threw it in the wrong spot. And then glue here. Let's see. Yep. There you go. So you have like a cleaner-ish image. Okay. So set it aside for now. With the printed back in the map, you want to wait. I still not done. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do for the back of it. So just wait. Just bear with me for a little bit, okay? Trust me, friends. I'll get you through this, and you at the end you're gonna see what it's gonna look like. So again, there's always ideas in my brain, so that they're not gonna stay white, like they're not gonna stay empty. I'm gonna fill them up with stuff. Yes, sir. I'm just trying to get like, work one by one. Okay, so here we go. Well, here we go. Let's see any other comments. Don't worry, we're gonna do more stuff. There's still more to go on this. They're not gonna stay like empty inside. That I guarantee you. Once you see what I put behind it, you can put the pattern paper. You can cut like one if you want to use pattern paper, then leave the white edges. The only thing is when you do the white, if you're gonna do like this to have like a clean edge, you're gonna have to be careful because you might need to use washi tape to keep it together, the hearts, until you form them. Because it's not a perfect science. So remember, we're making the best with the die. So have my heart. This is over the last one. Don't worry about it. No, nothing to feel sorry about. Don't worry. Like I said, we're taking it like, a little bit at a time. No need to feel, just have to show you step by step. So, if you want to, redo this, whichever way you want to, you see how it gets done. And here we go. And the other one. Set it up here. That's my meat. See how like very technical I am? Just like, the pencil line, scribble pencil line. Okay, once we have this, we're gonna set them aside. Finish drawing, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with this house. So let's clean up the table. Let me find. Have you seen the lid of my? Have you seen the lid of my bottle? Oh, here it is. Again, kind of the medicine wearing off on me. So let me take a drink of water. Sorry. Hi, Valerie. My friend Valerie is here. So what I've done, and this is the floral lace die, a concept with a hard boiled plate that comes with the stencil. I'm using the die. So go into the shop because this die sells out really fast. Okay? If you go right now, you're gonna find them. I went ahead and I cut like 6 of them because we're gonna back our hearts with this. Okay? So that's what I tell my friends. Don't. So we're gonna get them and we're gonna make them. We're gonna make sure that they look like this. So when they go on your page, they're gonna have Even though it's tropical, I want something kind of feminine to go with it. Okay? Like something girly. And I love dyes and I love using, card making stuff in layouts. I think that's my jam. Okay? So here we go. Yeah, so let's go at it. I have like a lot of them. And the reason why I'm using this dye, this is the floral lace dye, it's because this is a continuous dye. What I mean by that is you can glue, like if you're a scrapbooker and you're like, I don't do cover plates, I don't do cover dyes, you want it because you can easily, it doesn't have a straight edge. So you can easily match and create like large images for your scrapbooking background. And this is one of those dyes that like fly off the shop. So whenever it's available, get it. There's no like, if you can afford it, get it. So literally I'm going to back this with that and I cut the excess. So there we go. See, like I said to my friends, if you want to use the pattern paper and leave the, like, the white edge, that's completely up to you. I had a different idea. So it works, either way it works fine. It's not like, there we go. So the only thing is here. Okay. I'm going to set it aside to dry. So let me just press, and let it dry before I cut the excess. Let's go with the other one. Okay, so these are a little bit bigger. So it's going to take more than one die cut to back them. So here's what, like I said, this die is like for scrapbookers, a godsend. And this actually, I think, is designed by Paige. So she considered, like, she loves us. So I know that, she thought about, oh, let's see what can be better for them. So I have pieces left over because I saved them. And I'm literally just going to play around with this. So just have to play a bit with this. So I can insert it here. So I want to make sure that, let me see. So it's going to take a little bit of, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to like, here. And then we're going to get the little piece there. So hold it in place there. Glue. You haven't seen this die, Jane? This die was released last year. And the thing about, like I said before, I'm gonna like, be a little bit redundant. It comes on the shop. It sells out. It's been restocked, I think, at least 2 or 3 times. Okay, because it flies. And I think every time you're gonna see that anybody uses it and the design team, because like, we make sure that whenever we create a project, we make sure that it's available in the shop. So in case, we have questions. Every time you see a design team use it, it's because it's being restocked. So I'm gonna tell you, like Heather can probably tell you, it's been restocked a few times. And it has like, a hot foil plate and it has a stencil. So in case you want to color your flowers, I'm not gonna color them. Even though I'm tempted, I'm not. That's a little bit of, extra work. Just gonna leave them white. Okay, so let me just glue this piece here. So Jane, if you wanna go run and get it, because trust me. Okay, we're gonna set it there, set it aside to dry, and we cut the excess after. And let's go with the other one. Trying to remember if you have this one or not. There is a big chance that you might have it. Because, like I said, it's probably like, a good seller in the shop. And if you don't, go. It's available right now. I checked, I didn't check last night. I checked last week when I was updating what I was going to use. The Henry can probably give you more information. Okay, so let's see. I have another piece here left over. Let's see if I can. No, let's go to the new one. There we go. So let me just close that. Let me just fill up the space here. See, right there. Okay. This is okay. Come on, put in place. Let me set it aside to dry. Gotta press a little bit. Like really delicate, so you have to make sure that, and let it dry. So until then, we're gonna cut the excess of it. And I'm not gonna, honestly, I'm gonna save the large pieces. So, here we go. Okay, so let's see. And I'm just trimming the excess. And then cut. Cut. I'm using my scissors here to do that. Okay, so here you go. Okay. I'm gonna cut a little bit into the part. There we go. So one. You see? It's so pretty now. Okay, wait, the dog is kicking something here. So, my dog is getting really old. So he sleeps a lot. And he's kind of a little bit, I want to think he is blind pretty much. So he bumps into things and, it is funny. It is sad. It breaks my heart. And sometimes I just like, sit down and like just laugh because his fault, like, he can't have bad leg now. So he doesn't jump in the beds. But my daughter, God bless her soul, because, the dog was for her. But he's attached to me. She even bought him like a little, like a step stool, but it's like foam so he can slide on it. The dog followed that thing. It's funny because in the middle of the night you hear this bonk, it's a little bit chunky. So and then I'm like, I don't go see the kids. I'm like, are you guys okay? He's like, oh, the dog just fell off the bed. He didn't see where he was standing. So it's like, it's sad and funny at the same time. So we're almost done. And then we're gonna put this together. You are going to need a little bit of foam adhesive. And I'm gonna show you why. Don't hate me. Because I know some people are like, oh no, you're gonna need it because you wanna create kind of that cagey look of the heart on your page. Okay? Almost finished. This extras be used somewhere else. I'm trying to read what you guys say. The bubble layer. Yeah, you see how they're giving you the information on that. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. Like I have it here. So wait, give me one second, okay? I'm gonna show you. Here it is. This is the floral lace. It comes with a hot foil plate, and it also comes with a stencil. Okay. So there you go, guys. Okay? So there we go. Have my hearts ready. See how it looks so pretty now? Okay. So don't hate me because I know a few of you are gonna see. You heard the word foam adhesive, and I probably like cringing. But I want to give them a little bit of dimension. Okay, so I'm looking at the time. Oh, I'm fine. I have half an hour. Yay! I might, I always finish my layouts. I can't say I might. I always finish my layouts. So at least I, like, sometimes I might not glue things and I just glue it after, but I finish my layout. I think if you're taking the time to, like, sit down and watch me blab and, like, work through it, then it's only fair that I show you, like, the whole process and a finished product. I don't know what size this is. I bought it off Amazon. I usually like, whenever I know that I'm going to get like somebody's ordering something and we have Prime. So it's like, oh, if you order like $25, then you can add it to your box. I'm like, okay. Like if my daughter's ordering, I'm like, okay, wait. Let me see if there's foam adhesive. So I put foam adhesive and it said like foam adhesive strips. I was like, okay, buy it. Add it to cart. And I have this one was the best thing ever because I don't have to cut like, stuff. So you see how this creates the little bit of the shadow? Has awesome shadow. Yes, that's the whole point. A little bit of foam adhesive is going to give you a very nice look on your page. If you put flat, I probably will go flat on my layout, like, because I know a few of you out there don't like the word foam adhesive. It's like, like lock is like, like a little plate coming your way. That's fine. It's completely personal choice. But if you like, don't want to get like you want to get it flat, then go with a background that is like completely solid. So go with like, you see how I have my background has a little bit of a pattern? You want to go with something that's fully solid. Okay. Because I have a little bit of like pattern, it's tone on tone. That's why I'm giving it a little bit of foam adhesive. But even if I had a solid, I'm still giving because that little shadow is just, dimension is something that is amazing. I am not going to layer enough, like, that it's going to be like this thick. Just a little bit, still fit to my page. But if I'm putting all my effort into creating my flowers and these like heart frame thingies, I don't know what you would call them, I want to make sure that they, are nicely featured on my page. Hi, Glenda, how are you? You need a slideshow? We all do. Trust me. Don't think that, like, I see things online, like, and I'm gonna tell you that Pinterest Studio has a lot of nice things coming out. I was gonna use something else that we have already, like it's not available to the public, but I have here. And I was like, no, 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 no. I'll use the next time. Hopefully the new collections are here this time. Because I'll be back at the end of the month. Hopefully. If not, we'll do something else. I might bring the other stuff that it's not available to the public, but I have it. Here we go. And I have like a little. So there we go. We're almost finished with this part. And then putting it together, that's when I struggle. And I don't struggle in the way that, oh my God, I struggle because I have to put up a title. And if you guys have been to my lives before, for some reason, I am really bad with creating titles. So I love with the fact that foam stickers, chipboard stickers come with like words that already come with titles. So I make them work for my layout. In case, like, the struggle is real, guys, especially when you speak Spanish and English. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, I want to say something, and then I'm like, the way you say it in English, and then, And then the funny thing, now that I'm going back to this, we have, if you speak Spanish, go check the Pinkfish Studio IG feed. We had a live session when we announced that we were going to have the event in Spanish. So all the teachers, like Andrea was there, and Eva was there, and Kathleen and Susie, we were all there. And, through the entire conversation, I realized that I have an accent when I speak Spanish too, and it's because I speak English on a regular basis, So there you go. You see, my heart's already. See, they're pretty now. So let's get my background. This paper here is the beautiful. It's called the Sweetest Summer. I've been saving it because I love this, but it's just gonna work. Yeah, so I'm gonna just use my scissors today. I don't want to bring another thing onto my table. I have plenty already here. Done. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me just clean up my little station here. Okay, so I have an empty container. So there we go. And you're gonna see why the little bit of dimension, it works perfectly. You see the little bit of a shadow? That is going to literally take away the background from you. Okay? This is how I want. Okay? See the 3 little hearts. The blue is there. And we can put our pictures here. It's gonna move the hearts so that they read as hearts. Just gonna probably move it a little bit more to the left. I might overlap the pictures a bit. I was thinking of framing them, but I'm like, it's gonna be too much. Okay, so if you're a multiple picture documenter, scrapbooker, whichever way you want to use it, I know that you guys love, a lot of you guys like 4x6s. Consider going smaller with your pictures. Given a smaller picture, it just makes your layout that much more focus in the way that it just brings, even though I have a lot going on, I'm gonna add more, this is gonna be the focal point of my layout. If I make them big, whatever I did on the background is just gonna be covered. So by having them small, I am able to add the 3 pictures, which is a series, and I am able to everything. It's going to have their time and space to shine. So just something for you to consider. Okay, so I have them. I know they're ready, so I'm going to go ahead and just back this. Then glue it to like another layer. And I know that quite a few always say, I don't know how to size them. Like, there are apps in your phone. If you use your phone to print or stuff like that, there are apps in your phone that will let you, like, size it smaller. There are apps in your computers. If you are a Lightroom user, then, but there are ways to size them smaller. Even your printers, some of them come with programs that will help you size them smaller. So do a little bit of reading around, and then you'll find ways to get your picture smaller. It's just, I'm going to say it again, like, you put in all this work into your background, into creating all these pieces, you have these ideas, and then you go and put like a big 4x6 picture or 2 of them, you're covering pretty much everything that you're doing. And I'm going to show you how. Wait, sometimes visual works better. Hey, buddy, don't move. Okay. So I have my hearts because, like I said, sometimes visuals work much better than what I'm telling you. And this is, let me see, I have a 4x6. I have a 4x6. Look at the difference between having a 4 and just one, okay? Having a 4x6 than having the smaller 4s. Okay, so just so it gives you an idea, even if you put it this way, maybe you cover a lot of your work. Okay, so again, personal choice, but something for you to consider. Okay, put that away, bud. Sorry, buddy, you were sleeping. Okay, so like I said, there is a lot, like, of programs that will help you with that. Let's go ahead and start gluing this. And I just realized that it is a bit too high, so I'm going to bring it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. You like the cover plate? The cover plate's beautiful. Like I said, run. Go get it now. I'm just peeling off the sticky back of the foam adhesive that I added. And because I cut small pieces, they all not come at once. I had to cut into smaller pieces to create, like, the round form of the hearts. So here we go. This one I want it's going to overlap a little bit, so that's okay. Go. And then let's go with the last one. And once we have that, we're going to set up our photos, and we're going to embellish this. Not over embellish, but embellish enough that you can read everything. And then Natalie's favorite part, let's create a title. I'm already dreading that part. I have an idea, but I'm already looking at what I have, and I'm going, none of that is there. So, okay, so let me see. Almost there. Okay, so I'm gonna see, just move it a little bit. I'm gonna see. You know what? Let me put the picture here so I know that I don't want to cover the hearts. I want to, like, not fully. I want them to be visible. So pretty much the same space. There we go. Okay, so that already makes a beautiful background. So if you're a card maker, this actually will, like, be a great idea for a card, just this. Okay, so let's deal with our pictures. Now, one thing I like doing, and again, this is a personal choice, is I like backing my photos, and I am not gonna back them with pattern paper on this time. I'm not, because I think there's already enough going on. I don't want to. But what I like doing is adding some cardstock behind it. Now, this cardstock here, and it's not cardstock, chipboard, this one here, if you buy like photo paper or anything like that, sometimes becomes sandwiched with paper like this is cardstock. So I'm gonna use that. So I know that it's like, what do you call it? Acid free and all that stuff. So my photos are around 3¼ by 2½. Like a 3-inch. And I'm gonna do my favorite thing. What is my exact amount? I'm gonna do it like, and what putting the chipboard behind it is it's gonna give you a tiny little bit of dimension, not a ton, just a little bit, but it's gonna make your picture sturdy. So you're able to like play around with it. Yeah. You go. I'm gonna move them right here. I'm gonna get some tape. Let's see which shape they go into. This is the first one. This is the second one. And you can see that I'm gonna overlap my photos a tiny little bit. And of course my tape finished, but I thought about this already. I have a second one. And of course, then you have yours. It always happens. It's heavy cardstock. Yeah, it is heavy cardstock. Like I said, it's the one that comes. I'm gonna tell you the name exactly where I got it from. This one, it came in. I use matte photo paper from Canon to print my printables when I'm using hybrid scrapbooking. So it actually comes with a sandwich between two pieces of that white cardboard, and it's like, it's like the backing of the paper pad, a little bit thicker. So I love it. Okay, and you're gonna see, look right now, it's one single big piece, it's straight and it's sturdy. So that's gonna sit right there. See, I'm gonna make sure that they're pretty much at the same level as the edge of my heart here. So let me put it straight so you see. Okay, you can see the heart. I'm gonna move it a little bit higher because I want you to see the edge of the heart there. There we go. Let's add some format again, my friends. Formatitors, don't hate me, but I'm gonna need them. Okay. You're gonna see that I have different kinds. Oh, Esther, you moved? Where are you now? See, I know Esther because she's always here. She's always like, come and join us on the live. So, and I know she loves yellow. So, like I said, the yellow today is for Esther. Okay, so let's see. A little bit more. Yes, I'm just lightly lift it up. And there we go. Nothing is moving. Okay. So I'm going to take 2 seconds. I'm going to drink a little bit of water, read a little bit of your comment. And we're going to continue. My flowers are here. All my stuff is here. I'm going to show you what I have. And then, have everything here. Okay. But I'm going to put it on the side because table is, I have embellishments from Lovely Blooms. Keep my mind. From Passion on My Mind. I have the flowers. I have the jewels. I know they come separate now. I have them here because that's how they originally came. So I still have them in that container. So I don't know the names of them, but I have them. And I have like stickers, coffee stickers, everything there. So I'm hoping that my title comes out of here. If not, I have the acetate pieces here too. Okay. So let's go. We need to cluster this. We need to like the same way that we're moving, like, these hearts, we're going to bring the flowers the same way. So let's pull some colors. Some yellow for my friend Esther. I think I want it right here. Okay, so I'm just going to set things. I'm not doing anything, okay? So I'm just going to set things where I think they should go. You're going to see that everything is going to be right here in the center. I don't want to hide anything that I created. See, I wanted to keep it like this. So I'm going to create a cluster of florals here. I can move this one over here too if I want. Okay. And I might do it. So it's just like I said, play around with your florals right now. I'm just going to see. I can do that too, but I think it's going to be, because then it's going to need something here. But for now, let's focus on this and then we'll see what else we can do. Okay, so let's go, Ash. I do like this here. Okay, so there's been a little bit of yellow. And I'm gonna lift up the photo a little bit. And like that, let's move it a little bit more, like that, maybe hide a little bit of a leaf here. And you're gonna see that I never glue my pictures from like, right at the edges. I always leave like, the corners of my floor of my pictures. I don't glue there, so then I can do this, like moving stuff there. Hi, Mary. Hi, Marie. Sorry, we're going to add some of those palm leaves because I have the palm on the back. Let's get some of that kind of pinkish, kind of orangey tone here. Let's see. I like that. See, I don't think I need anything else. So one cluster is done. Let me see the flower. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the reasons. I might actually add another one of these leaves here just to make it a little bit more tropical. But like I said, if there's one thing my uncle and my uncle was a merchant marine before he retired. So he was at the sea and like all the times. And one of the reasons why I used to love to go on boats when I was a kid, it was because I was with my uncle. Like I literally, guys, like I said, I call him dad. Okay. I don't call him, he's my father. Well, I have a father, but him and I don't get along. My uncle is, and my kids love him. Okay. So I have my cluster. They're very tropical. See, and the colors, this is making this pop. I am not hiding my background. Everything has like, space to breathe and to show off. So that's what I said. Do not, I know the smaller picture, it can be a little bit hard, but don't try to find a way to do it. It's just, trust me, it brings like, a new look to your pages. So we're gonna bring some over here. Again, I don't want to make like a huge cluster that is gonna cover my background. I just want enough that is going to show off all those colors. So I'm gonna get some of that. I'm gonna bring yellow in a different way there. I want some of this, you see, some of this pink. And again, I'm trying to follow also the design of the heart. So I know this kind of like in a little corner here. I try to like play with my florals so that they kind of help me create, kind of follow this too a little. Let's see, I like that. I'm gonna move it a little bit higher here. The one like the little tips of the heart and stuff like that to show off. I don't want to hide everything. Let me see, I'll move this a little bit more like this. Okay, and then one thing that I have a peeve of mine is I don't like things like touching, like, the people or stuff like that. I don't like hiding stuff, just in case you don't know. That's one of like, my peeves. I don't like that. Like, whenever you see something, I'm like, there should be no flowers touching the people's faces, or you shouldn't be able to cut heads or faces when you're like, creating pages. It's just a personal choice, Don't hate me for that. It's just, a little bit of yellow. It's gonna tuck it down a bit here and try not to overdo it into part here. And I need like a little leaf or something. I'm not sticking here. Let's see. Let me try to put it underneath my picture. I like that. Okay, so a little bit of yellow there. Okay, so let's glue it. Let's, the next one. See, I think that's enough. Let me see. I'm trying to read. Like, you guys are like commenting and I'm like, I'm missing all of the fun, but I know that Heather's there. So Heather is like, she's cool with this. Like, again, see, I'm gonna kind of tuck in my photo right there. It's gonna make sure that this heart reads a little bit more. So I'm gonna move it more a bit here. And then I'm gonna work you see my clusters are going like this. I have one here, the next one's here, the next one is here. So I'm gonna make this one, I'm gonna run it a little bit lower. If you don't understand, here we go. Okay, so you see, kind of creates that cascading look. I know, Glenda. Valerie's here today. I'm so happy she's here. It's a little bit of yellow. I think I have it. I think that's all it's gonna need. Actually, I'm lying. Oh, like that there. And let's add another flower. Let's see what color I'm missing. We see I have a lot of flowers here. Because as always, I created extras. I need something like really like I'm talking to myself. I like that. So I have my flowers. I like what this looks like. Just move this here a bit more. Hide it. Put it right there. Okay, so now we're gonna glue it to the place. Okay. For that, we are gonna need my friend some adhesive. These are the Sunshine on My Mind stamp, stencil, and die set. They're available in the shop. They coordinate with the Sunshine on My Mind collection, which is the one that I'm using for this layout. And actually, they create the same look, the same floral that comes in the collection. So they just work perfectly together. And one thing I'm going to tell you guys is the newest collections for the scrapbooker and the card maker, the newest collections, like take a look at all the stuff that comes in the collection. They actually come with coordinating stencils now. So, which I think is super fun. Okay, so there is like some of the designs of the papers actually come in stencils, so you can create your background, you can create extra embellishment, which is always a plus. Okay, so like I said, the collections are beautiful. And my friends here know that I love paper. A lot of you guys, if you guys, it's the first time, with us, like, watching the scrapbook um, live session. Thank you for joining us. If you are like, one that keeps coming back because you like how much I blab or how much, Kathleen, how smart she is with design. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. We love having you. We love doing this. Like I was talking to yesterday, we had like a little session with Vicky Boutin. She's actually a good friend of mine. I work a lot with her. And one of the reasons why, she likes doing lives is because there's no editing. And one of the reasons why I love doing live is because there's no editing. Okay. Besides the photos after. But there's no editing voiceovers and stuff like that. And true story, as I can tell you, um, it wasn't something that I was like, going to like, oh, I'm gonna make lives. Kind of Kinari and Heather are the ones that said, I think you'd be good at doing this. And I was like, sure, why not? You know? So they're kind of the ones that got me started into this. Let's see. There we go. There's the collections are beautiful. There's washi tape. There's a lot of new SKUs that you haven't, like the washi tape in like Kathleen's collection that was like revealed today. Oh, you want that washi tape. It's beautiful. Because it actually cuts apart into little pieces that you can use. So, you have to watch it. Like you have to like again, I could be biased to a lot of places, but I have loved Pink Fresh Studio since the day I discovered scrapbooking in 2016. I'm not like, a long-time scrapbooker. I am not. But I have a lot of journals. And, so I'm a journaler and like, a documenter by heart. This is fun for me. Okay. Yeah, you gotta go check that washi tape. Oh, it's so beautiful when she showed it, like, when Kinari showed it to us, I was like, oh, and she knows. And the beauty of it is that I get both the Spanish and the English versions of the papers, which is just making me so happy because there's gonna be a version of this redone for my uncle's album. There we go. So you see, we have it here. We have our layer. Come on. Okay, so now a lot of it is like very on the right. So there are things that I need to balance with things on the left. So let's see. Let's start with my most dreaded part, the title. So, like seriously, guys, you guys, like, let's go at this. So let's see. I love the fact that it says the word that says love. So we're gonna do the smart thing. Cut the word love out. And I know that I want it right here. So then that balances that page. Okay, see how I like my pictures are really on this side? I want to make sure that my title is going to be here so that it balances out. Okay? So, when we put he love, then it's going to be really bad because that's what Kathleen used for her title last week. And I feel really bad if I'm going to copy that. So, can we put love you? Oh, God. You see, this is the part that, like, ah, but I like this. You see how, like, okay, just in case you were wondering, I can put my title here too, but I think it'd be too low. So I want to make sure that you guys understand why I'm putting stuff here. I can put my title here, which might, but I think it balances the page because it's going to be a little bit heavy on the right. So to balance it out, I think I have to put it here. And I actually like it there. Okay. Yeah, and I know the struggle is real. I know that you guys too, like, you guys too struggle with this. Oh, you see, this is the part that let me cut the U. And like I said, I'm thinking about hey love, but I Kathleen used that 2 weeks ago for her layout, and I loved it. And I don't want to use that because then I'm gonna like Kathleen is gonna be she wouldn't be upset at me. Kathleen and I are good friends, but it's not fair. Jenna, let's see. We're almost finished. I'm almost finished too. Don't worry. So like I said, okay. Love. Let's see if the U comes there. Let's commit to that. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this yellow flower because there's no show in there. So I'm gonna move it a little bit higher here. Yes. Okay. Pray for me because I'm committed to this. Come and secure it outside of the live session. I probably add a little bit of again. You hate a word, my most loved word. Format heated, but that's where it's gonna sit. You see that nothing is touching my ankle. I'm very particular about those things. I love. I know. Just the location of the title is perfect because it's gonna balance the page. The only thing is, like I said, I was thinking he love, but like like I said, Kathleen used that the last session. I don't want her to say you copied me. She wouldn't say that. Trust me. She's her and I go way back, but she wouldn't say that. So and I don't mind that it's on top of the flower. Doesn't bug me at all. As long as it's not touching people, I'm all cool. I like that. I like it there. Actually, my move this one. Put a little bit more here. See? As long as you can still be legible. I like it better there. Okay? There we go. You need some formative. I'm sorry, guys. If I don't put formative right now, it's going to drive me insane. Don't hate me because I love formative. I know I'm Natalie D'Souza and I'm addicted to formative. And if my husband's listening today, he's probably going to choose. But like I said, every time Amazon delivers something, there's formative in some shape or form in the box. And he's probably watching this. Because he does. Sometimes he's like, I see his like YouTube and he's like, I see, what do I pay for a studio? He goes, oh, I was on there, waiting for a truck to be delivered. So I just turned on to see what you were doing. And I'm like, oh, nice. So if you are there, husband, I love you. There we go. Yeah, so we're almost finished, guys. Okay. So like I said, it's gonna take you, if you're gonna replicate it, it's gonna take you a little bit of time to get all this going, but it's still worth it. Okay, so let's add a few more embellishments before we go. Okay, so this one is from the name of the collection, Lovely Blooms. So I know that there's a few things here, favorites. So I think I want to add it right here. I don't want to add much. Okay, so just a few pieces are gonna come on, and then that gives Heather some time to pick up a winner. Oh, we're almost finished, so it's gonna add just a few extra embellishments, not a lot. Okay, it needs something down here. So let's see what we have. And I really like this choose happy, but it's gonna make it too much to the left. So let's find something else. And like I said, I listed a lot of things. Doesn't mean that I used all of them. Okay. Just again, I like this word summer. I think I want to put it right there. No, nope. Yeah, let's see what else I have. I have the stickers. Oh, and this smile. Let's see. No, it needs to be like a phrase like that. This sunshine money. Just to bring some of the yellow because it's kind of hidden here. I like that. So I'm gonna move it a little bit to the left here. I like that. It needs something up here. So let's do a little bit fun. Yeah, I think so. Or, oh, much better. Much better. There you go. Lenzo journal will be here. And then to finish, because we need some shine. And then congratulations, Jane Hill, you're the winner. You're the winner for, the gift certificate this week. Make sure you email Leah at pinkfreshstudio.com. Give her a few days because she's busy right now between posting stuff online and the releases and everything. So, and we're gonna add something. I want to add quite a bit of blue again. So I'm gonna go with, I don't know the colors of this. Okay. Because I have like the old version of this, but I want to bring a little bit of, I'm just gonna place them where they're gonna go and then I'll glue them outside of the line. So some blue. I already have yellow there, so I'm gonna bring a little bit of this kind of corally tone one. And the way I'm gonna put them is so that they kind of follow the shape of the heart. So you guys can see it. Or I can move them. I'm just looking at the camera right there. I like that better. So I'm gonna bring a bit of let's see, some of this light pink over here. I'm just gonna put it like one or two here. Like I said, I don't know the names of this. So sorry about that. When I got them, they all like came to me in like this. I have the old version, the OG. So I do want to add, I already have a lot and maybe a little pop of yellow here. So my friend Esther might be so happy that I'm using a lot of yellow today. Okay, so a little bit here. I'm gonna add some here. Again, let's bring a bit of yellow here. Just like one or two, not too many. And this soft pink. And then someone's gonna be over here too. So we gotta finish the layout. Okay. Okay. Here. So this kind of tealish tone over here. And then let's pop it with a bit of yellow too. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And then just to finish this, I'm just closing this because I've been on to throw some on the floor. Just one or two down here just to help me to bring this all together. Okay, so there we go. What do you guys think? There you go. Let me put this away. Okay. So there you go, guys. Let me sit down to see, a little bit. I hope you guys can see it. It's at the center. There you go. So I love how this turned out. Like beautiful, very tropical in a very Pinkfresh Studio way. You can customize this to work at any colors for you. It's just beautiful. So I am so glad you enjoyed this. I am so glad it came together. My brain works in funny ways. So let me flip the camera so you guys can see the big mess that I am right now because I think the medicine is wearing off. So we're trying to find the button. So there we go. Yeah, medicine's starting to wear off. So Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you always, Heather, for like, answering the questions when I can see them. Thank you all for being here. I always appreciate you guys, being here and being so nice and, listening to me blab for like a little bit and, create this. As always, remember to, this Saturday, Jeff is back with, what is it with this week? I read it. But he's back this Saturday, so make sure you check it out. He's back at 12 o'clock Central, if I'm not mistaken. Always fun to be, see what he's doing. I'll be back at the end of the month. Don't forget that Kathleen will be here in 2 weeks with another project. We're hoping the new collections are in so we can show you a little bit of them. And thank you so much for everything. And I'll take the pictures and I post them. So check Pinkfish Studio fan group for them and also Pink Fresh Studio for the final layout pictures. Thank you so much, guys. I am going. I'll see Laura Evangeline. That's the guest this weekend. So she does beautiful cars. So, I'll be sitting down watching that too because I have nothing else to do. And I'm hoping to, be medicated enough to sleep. So thank you so much, guys. And, thank you all for being here. Take care, guys.